I made some adjustments to the head and the hair. As I kept looking at her, the head was too far down. It needed to be higher up into the hair, and also it was too thick this way. So what I wound up doing was took my Dremel and I took off probably about 1/8 off of here, off the front piece of the hair, all the way around. And then I took the Dremel and went inside the hair and Dremeled out more resin so that I could get the head to go up in there a little bit more. There are a few things there that I need to go in and fix now that I've done all the adjusting. So I will do that, and then I will re-prime everything, and then I'll come back and I'll start working on the face and the hair for painting. Okay, she's all fixed and primed on the hair, and I like the way it looks. This looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go with this and just set her head on here so you can get an idea. Alright, so now we're ready for some paint, so I'll be back with that. Right, the first color that I put on the face is this GarageKits.us Light African Flesh. This is going to act as the shadows, the base shadows. I sprayed a light coat of this pale flesh, and I just sprayed it vertically like this, up and down. And then after that dried, I went in with the Garage Kit Flesh, and that I just sprayed from the top, just sprayed down. So now I'll go back with that first color, the Light African Flesh, and I'll spray from the bottom, and then I'll be back. After the Light African Flesh dusting, I went in with some virgin flesh and just lightly dusted over the center of the face, still pointing down to pick up some more of the highlights. So now I can move on to the next step. On the hair, starting with the base color of this Vallejo Model Air Rust. So now I'm going to pick a lighter color, and then I'll spray that and I'll be back. I did a highlight color of this Model Air Sand Yellow, and all I did was just shoot it from the top straight down. So now it's time for the next color. I mixed some of this model color copper, mixed it 50-50, half paint and half windshield washer fluid, and sprayed the entire thing with this copper. So now I'm getting close to a red hair. Now I need to do some shadows for the bottom and some highlights for the top. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. I wound up hitting the top here, spraying straight down with some of this Model Air USAF light gray. And then I did the bottom shadows with this Model Air Mahogany. Then I sealed it with the matte finish, and then I went with that same copper, sprayed the whole thing over with the diluted copper, about 70-30, 30% paint, 70% windshield washer fluid, and then I went and put in about 2 drops of the mahogany and sprayed underneath again. And then now everything has been sealed with the Krylon matte finish. Now once I get it all together and I have to do this seam and everything, I'll have to go in and touch everything up. But I wanted to get a good strong base color, especially for the bottoms and obviously for the inside. So now let me take the face here, and then I'll put everything together and we'll see where I'm at. Alright, quick test fit here. I do like the way it's going. You get some really nice highlights off that copper because it's got probably some metal flake in it or something. But she's heading where I want her to. It's starting to look good. Yep, I'm digging it. Alright, so the next step is we need to do the eyes on the face and the lips, and probably some rouge and eyeshadow. So I'll get set up for that and I'll be back. On the face, what I've done is I've just taken this this terracotta pastel right here, and then on the lips just a little bit of the brown and the eyeshadow. I took this real tiny brush, just got a little on my brush, and then just went in and slowly built it up. Then I went back with the Krylon matte finish and I sealed everything. So now I need to go in, and you can see a little bit of her teeth, and then I need to paint the eyeballs. So I'll do that and I'll be back. I did the teeth and the eyeballs with this game color bone white, and I used a very tiny brush to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this model color vermilion, make a really light wash, and do the lips, and then I'm going to get some color in the eyes, around the eyes where the eyelids are. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. Okay, I just sealed it with a Coda Krylon matte finish. I did take a 0.3mm HB lead mechanical pencil and kind of drew around the eyelids where eyeliner would go. Now this kit does come with decals for the eyes, but they're looking this way. They're looking this way, and I want her to be looking down her left arm, the one with the gun that's raised up. So what I'm thinking I might do is get some of my Archer Fine Transfers eyes, put those eyes in, and then go in with these decals and just cut the eyes out and put those on. So the first thing I'm going to do is go get my Archer's Fine Transfer eyes, and then I'll put those on, and then I'll be back. The trick I use is some poster tack. I'll take some poster tack and then I'll set it down like that so it doesn't move, and I can put the decals on. These are the Archer's Fine Transfer. I'll put a link in the description. But I have those on, and then I sealed it with some Walther Solvacet. So now it's dry. I need to go and seal it with some matte finish. I finished the face. I wound up going over the eyes with this Model Air Pale Green and this Model Air Camouflage Dark Green, doing some washes. And then of course did a Model Air Black for the pupil and a Model Air White for the highlight. Then I went over the eyes and the lips with this Vallejo Gloss Varnish. So everything's sealed, everything is done. So what I'm going to do is take the hair pieces, I'll put everything together, and then I'll come back. Alright, the head is done. I still have to take the Aves epoxy and do this seam, but I'll do that off camera. So let's put her on here. Yep, coming together nicely. Alright, that's going to do it for part 6. I want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys for part 7.